Hi, welcome once again to the Slightly Reckless podcast. The weather here is very serious, so if you hear me sneezing, just know mpewe nyisem. Mpisem center. What's up? How is today?
Today is okay, a
Mm,
bit chilly,
mm.
cloudy, yes, but it's okay.
Ndabo yambadde waito yise mu church manyi tosawo yise musabo.
This is Musabo, traditionist.
Are you into politics?
Ah,
Eh?
I don't follow up, but
Eh.
once in a while.
So the most interesting news today is that Stecia Mayanja.
Hey,
Yeah, she. You've seen the news.
yeah, Isaac,
Eh?
I saw.
That
Isaac,
what is her plan? I see she's running for president. When did you last vote? She wants to run for
she hasn't
president.
even been in the country.
Yeah,
She
just
just
came.
came from the US.
Yeah, she came recently. Simon held a concert, I think. I don't know how it did. Did you attend?
I
Eh?
told you, Stecia
I know
Mayanja,
you're a concert person once in a while.
uh,
You attended the one of is it Tonic Sonavi?
no,
Ipas.
8%. That's like
Mm,
one, one in a million artists, not
mm.
any artist. So
Hey.
I have class.
So, but are you going to vote this year?
This is actually the other year, the other Chisanga is the last time I voted.
The one
Till
of
date,
2021?
till date, I will never vote again.
Why? Like you're the person you voted for last time.
If the votes mattered,
Mm.
we wouldn't be voting.
Eh?
Do you understand? If voting mattered,
Eh,
we wouldn't be voting. And plus,
what do you mean? Sikutegedde.
if you ever find yourself,
Mm,
if you ever see something like it's being advertised,
mm,
that means gwenga bw'omuntu.
mm,
Kubali you're the product bw'omuntu.
mm,
So the fact that
mm.
voting is everywhere, that shows you how stupid it is.
So for you, how do you think we should be choosing leaders?
Leaders are not chosen, they are
Eh,
selected.
and like who should select them? How should we?
Leaders are selected, not chosen. No, not voted. My
And
point is,
eh,
the outcomes are already known before. You just, the whole voting process is just put there
eh,
for formality, but it
eh.
doesn't mean anything.
So even you mean even like in those so-called rough
Everywhere,
countries?
everywhere,
Eh,
leaders, all rulers
mm,
are selected,
mm. So
not
now,
not voted.
that being said,
Mm.
like, what do you think instead of like the government wasting all that because they waste a lot of money,
It's
like
not
billions of
wasting.
eh,
They are following,
a script?
yes, a script.
Uh-huh.
You're supposed to organize elections,
Eh,
show people that you are voting,
mm,
like you're selling
mm,
freedom to people,
mm.
but it's not there.
So negunza ogenda kulonda nekweyosiwa
Tewali gwe nnonda.
so those
I
days
work
what
with whoever comes.
those days what used to motivate you to vote,
Auntie,
eh?
I was still red pilled.
You hadn't figured out
Hey,
the script.
mm,
Now speaking of life and voting and how we live in this world, like what are some of those like important life skills? How do you talk about the red pill? Maybe it's one of the things that has helped you in life. Like, what are some of those life skills that you think you've learned over time that are helping you like live a better life as a person?
um, I,
Like generally, like relationship wise, how you handle business and which move.
nze,
Mm,
mostly relation, actually, mostly about masculinity.
mm,
They don't realize
yeah,
that as a man, I'm
yeah,
the prize. Plus,
yeah.
life has been very okay.
Church from such a prize. Mm,
The people that believe in religion,
mm,
man was put there to lead.
yeah.
So that means in whatever I do,
Mm,
I'm supposed to have that bit of independence. Like
mm, mm,
nze wakabi, nkimanyi nze wakabi, nze
mm,
kamala byonna.
mm,
So moment I realized mbu nze wakabi,
mm,
people are supposed to be after me, mostly women.
mm. So Katugwe, do you think every man should think like that, or like this?
Every man should think like
Even
that.
the church,
But a high value man,
uh,
a high
mm,
value man, like ng'olina ky'olinawo oba nga your mind is straight,
mm,
like you should either have money or values.
mm,
Values or bigger, greater understanding.
mm,
Naye toyinza kuba muntu like ng'olowooza normally,
mm.
kakati you guys who want to participate in voting,
Eh,
well knowing it's
I didn't tell
nonsense.
you what to participate. I just accusing.
So like not every
Eh,
man,
eh,
but
eh,
a high value man.
yeah.
Mm.
Kati, high value man, like okay, to someone who doesn't understand like what that means. What makes a man a high value person?
High,
Does having a big dick make a high value man? Does having six pack, like what
the
are
way
those
you
things?
hear it, value,
Mm.
high value
Not
man,
value
value.
chisinziro kubanga
Mm,
for instance but tubona ne batwala mu new best hotel.
mm,
Inside there,
mm,
what matters is the guy is going to last long.
mm.
Because, like, mbajanga banyakwe they say mpingane shangwa kai amarwa.
Mm,
So like that in that environment,
mm,
what is important is your performance because everyone has already paid, maybe someone paid for you.
mm,
So in that small environment, the high value man is the what? Is the guy who is going to perform well, who has a bigger day. If you go, for instance, in like let's say in the army,
mm,
the guy who shoots best or the one who will endure longer
mm.
could be termed as a high value person. So
Mm.
for you, in your thinking, what makes
Generally, high value man,
mm,
we know the things that create value.
mm,
Should be, are you learned? Are you
mm,
informed?
mm,
Are you healthy?
mm,
Do you have
mm,
enough sente?
yeah,
Watch together.
mm,
Your status, your social status.
mm,
That's why I consider a high value man. Watch together.
mm,
So, how is your mind? Are you having the same mind?
mm,
Eh?
mm,
Are you ambitious?
mm,
That's who a high value man should be. Even if to innocent,
mm,
but your ambitions, or
mm,
you have a roadmap on how to attain.
mm,
You don't just fall for anything.
mm, mm,
Like, you're not going to be a follower all the time. Be a leader at some point. Eh?
mm,
Let people believe in what you say.
mm,
You understand?
mm,
Are you in good shape? Huh?
mm.
You, I don't think there's a high value man that looks like a buffalo. No, high value man should be in shape. People respect you when you're in shape.
But they say there are guys who are fat but healthy compared to us who look slim or maybe fairly in shape nainga.
Anti kati ekikuleetinga value ku oyo
Mm,
ekiseera ekisinga it's usually the money,
the dimes.
the dimes,
Mm,
or what they do.
mm, mm,
Let's take an example of DJ Khaled.
mm-hmm,
Yeah?
mm,
He has an empire, he's a producer, big producer, he has
mm.
money. Now you can imagine a person of DJ Khaled's size, Toina Sente,
Taina munkala.
Toina Munkalu, Toina
Mm,
what, there's nothing that you do. You wouldn't be considered a high value man. You
mm,
understand?
mm.
So,
So for guys, they should strive to be high value.
yes,
According, is there any other life skill apart from like being high value?
I think
Mm,
being informed,
mm,
being informed,
mm,
uh, like
mm,
your objective,
yeah.
eh?
Mm,
Not everything that comes you give in.
mm.
Like have a little information about almost everything. It gives you better judgment on a lot of things.
How do you as a person like collect information? What are your sources of information? Do you go to the bar, listen to drunkards?
I read,
You read
I
a lot.
read a
Mm,
lot,
mm,
and not just reading social media,
mm,
books, books because
mm,
actually they say to know uh, if you don't read,
mm,
you will never know
mm,
what other people think because most people put their thoughts in what
mm,
books.
mm,
Though of course most people most generations have transformed from just mere writing
mm,
or reading books.
mm.
Now everything is all over social
Yeah,
media.
people now with videos, social
But
media. Mm,
social media is not what
mm.
how do you call it? Information is jakoteba sieved.
Yeah, there's
So
no
it's
curation.
yes.
So
So
you
it
find.
takes a sane mind to
Mm,
know what to take and what to drop.
mm,
But the writers,
mm,
most writers,
mm,
people associate some bit of legitimacy with writing.
mm,
So by the time someone takes, you know how hard writing is. By
mm,
the time someone takes um, all that, all it takes to write,
mm.
about information, wow,
Yeah.
well researched, you understand?
When did you pick the habit of writing? Is it something that you find yourself?
Wait, I've been reading, but like since when? I remember even in my form too,
Mm.
I tried to write a book. I still have it.
That means you had read a lot by.
Yeah, I tried to write a book, like though it was the same. It was mostly about love. Mostly about love.
So by S2 already, because you're in a single school, how are you
Yeah,
finding the girls that you are
until
thinking
at
of
home.
in like during holidays?
Doing all these,
Yeah.
these beautiful chicks. Wait, I simped. So actually, simping,
Yeah.
simping after all is not it's not
It has its good
entirely.
side. Yeah.
It has good.
Mm.
It had pushed me to my writing career.
Man, simping can make you
Ah, wait.
go, like by most guys who survive the time of simping,
Eh,
like you always become like a better person
exactly.
because the things you go through
Yeah.
polish your mind to some level, next level of thinking.
That's why I feel sorry for people that are simping at a later stage. Your
Like
fault and you're simping.
yeah, so you started reading like from because for me, okay, like the only access I had to reading was those books that the novels that you used to bring in like school.
Yeah,
So at
yeah,
that time, like novels primary level,
yeah.
there are those like novels written like in by local writers that had said I'm surprised I've forgotten the name.
Actually, my for
They had very
my
interesting
yeah,
story.
my primary school,
Mm,
Bright Grammar Masaka.
mm,
It it there was that culture of reading.
mm,
I remember we used to have those
mm,
evening classes and we
mm,
were entirely for reading.
mm,
Na pick Zandi Tanyo picking an interest.
mm,
That's the time I read those Mungu wa Thiongos,
mm,
those that Nelson Mandela story where he was in prison.
mm, mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, so now because I didn't have access to material apart from maybe newspapers and those books I was saying about, I tried to read the Bible. I wanted to read it from like the start.
so yeah,
Then when I just reached, I think Deuteronomy, I think it's the one that comes after Exodus.
I don't know.
Some fool deceived me that he knew a person who read the Bible from the beginning to the end, and then he ran mad. So I got.
He read it from beginning to end.
So when you told me that, I got one. Then I didn't read until A level, where remember, I think you are among the first people that gave me a book that I read. There's that book that you had in senior five. I've forgotten the story. It was green in color. I don't know if you
Yeah,
remember it.
read a lot of it.
Then there was also like in our library, there used to be a collection of those old magazines of New Vision,
Ah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They used
the
to have
Sunday
those
collection.
celebrity stories.
Yeah, so
Mm.
I would read like okay before maybe we conclude the topic. Like, are there some of the books that you've read that you think really transformed you and maybe you'd want to recommend for our
Yeah,
audience? Yeah.
yes. Richard Cooper.
Mm.
Is it Alpha something?
Yeah, I actually also know the book, but
Richard
I've
Cooper.
forgotten the title. Yeah, guys, check out Richard Cooper's book.
Uh,
Richard then Cooper, COOPER. I think he has now two
eh,
editions. Yeah,
then there is, of course, the evergreen
mm.
Laurel Thomas,
Yeah, the Rational Mail.
the Rational Mail,
Mm.
all those series. Um, I usually read
Mm.
what's his name? Is it Abraham Grant? Something like that. He's
Mm.
a writer,
Mm.
good writer.
Mm.
Um, actually, they should go read the Daily Stoic.
That I don't know which
Daily
one.
Stoic.
Mm. Eh, they used to, yeah, I
The
know that one. But I think,
Daily
how,
Stoic.
how are these people
I'm not good
escaping
with.
my mind?
I
Yeah,
don't. I'm not good with getting their names.
yeah,
Then there is Ego is the NMA,
that same writer still.
same writer.
Ryan Holiday, that's his name.
Actually, it's Ryan Holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many books. I've read so many books.
Mm.
There is um,
Would you recommend Robert Greene's books? Oh, you
Robert
haven't read
Greene. Robert
you haven't
Greene.
read his books
Now
yet.
I've read the Fifth Law,
The 50th row.
the
The one with
50th Law.
50 Cent, yeah.
Yes. Is that Robert Greene?
Yeah, that's the
Uh-huh.
guy. He
Uh,
wrote it with 50 Cent,
yeah,
yeah.
currently I'm reading Laws of Power. Is it
Yeah.
Laws of Power?
Mm.
Now his books are a bit complicated,
Yeah, and yeah,
though.
if you cannot enjoy his writing if you love history. That's the problem with it.
Exactly.
Because he first
Yes.
takes you through a lot before
Yeah.
taking you to the point that he wants you to
Uh,
learn.
though my only problem is
Yeah.
recently,
Mm.
um, in one of those blogs,
Mm.
Ngate, I see his controlled opposition.
Hey.
As the conspiracy theorists,
Mm.
controlled opposition.
Mm.
That they had stories about him.
Mm. Yeah.
I'm like, I think
Mm.
in whatever he writes, I
Mm.
should only pick
A few.
a few. Yeah,
Okay,
but
of course, like you see that with such guys, like they are at a like a special level.
they're very,
Yeah.
they're
Though
very.
when you read his story, because he started writing when he was 36. that's when like
Mm.
his first book, The 48 Laws of Power, the most
Mm.
popular one,
Mm.
came out. And when it came out, a lot of people, even presidents, they say even Fidel Castro read that book. Like a
Mm.
lot of presidents,
Mm.
even in prison, like in prisons in the USA, started banning the book. So like rappers, a lot
Mm.
of them used his book too. That's how he even got close to 50 Cent.
50.
So a lot of people started consulting him for strategy and stuff. So probably
But
you're
let me
right.
ask,
Eh,
you say he started writing at that something. How old
yeah.
is he? Because if you're saying
Mm,
Fidel Castro read it,
mm.
maybe he read it at a later stage.
The 50, when did
About
Fidel Castro die?
not so sure, but
Because
recent.
the book came out, like the first book came out in 1998.
1998.
Yeah, that's when, like, I don't know how old Fidel Castro. If it's not him, then it's the other one. You know,
The
there's not
young,
the young, who is it?
the younger one, yeah, I think.
Birmingham?
I think the younger one is
Yeah,
also Castro, but
'cause-
certain name.
yeah, so,
Oh.
but his first book came out, like, when he was
See, I
36.
follow most of those people,
Mm,
but me being a conspiracy theorist,
mm,
uh, it's, I get to think sometimes
mm,
if you are controlled opposition or
mm,
you belong to those
mm,
elites,
mm.
the industry will push you into
A certain direction.
a certain direction. In
Yeah.
that,
Mm.
if you're Robert Greene, you will be used to preach a certain
A certain message.
message.
Mm-hmm.
So you will go off your what?
The script.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
because even here you see it with like celebrities, government is always trying to bring them closer so that they don't like
exactly.
really use their mind to think
Hey,
outside the
I've
box.
also read this uh, there's a book
Mm.
there's a book that Museveni loves a lot. It's written by, is it a Chinese or a Japanese?
Hey, thingy, the Art of War,
Yeah,
Sun Tzu.
it's Art
Mm.
of War.
Yeah, it's an
It's
interesting
a
book
very
and
nice
very
book.
short by the way.
The Alchemist
Man,
by
that guy has very nice books.
that
Paul
guy's,
Coelho, he's
yeah,
Brazil. Now that one also, he started writing while he was about 40, what, about 40,
yeah, that
the
one.
Alchemy, yes, very nice books.
Me being an atheist, also,
Mm.
is it down what? Down what? This guy?
Da Vinci.
No, not Da Vinci. Is it Darwin what? Darwin something.
Hmm?
That guy is the father of
Gordon
atheists.
Brown. Hmm?
No,
The
it's
father of
called Darwin.
atheism.
Yeah,
Charles Darwin. I've actually
is
also
it?
read the
Yes, I think it's
no
Charles
Charles
Darwin.
Darwin, the guy of
Not,
evolution. But I've also read a couple of
yes,
atheist books.
yes.
That I've forgotten the name.
So
Yeah.
I get most of my information from
Mm.
books.
Yeah. So guys, the thing is about reading. When you just pick just one book like this, and you like it, there are always recommendations in those books.
Mm.
Because authors usually refer to also to their apart from maybe novels. I'm not a novel reader. Do you like
I
novels?
know, don't like.
Yeah, I also don't like novels. But if you read non-fiction,
Yes.
non-fiction writers always like recommend the other books they've read.
Yeah,
So you once you start, you can't stop.
yeah.
You always find something new.
But
And
you need to have time.
yeah, of course, reading needs. And I'm like I got a chance to read when I was at campus, and those days before I got interested, and I also became a little bit busy because I can't imagine like if you pick interest in reading when you're old
Now
and
you
like running
do
around.
you still read?
These days I don't like. I really find something new. Maybe if I pick interest in like politics now,
Mm.
and I start reading like political books, but
Mm.
like things that I'm pretty interested in. I think I've read almost everything. Then like
Mm.
other like,
What do you mean all this?
like the things I'm saying, the things I'm interested in. Maybe most of the things I really really wanted to learn about were relationship,
Mm.
of which like I feel like I can always like find context. Something that of course there's always something like that will challenge you, but you can always like find a way to find a quick solution without having to read out. Because you see the thing about books, unless the writer is so entertaining. For instance, like I'd taken a long time without reading, then I read Kazola's book, Betrayed
My
my
leader.
yeah, very interesting book. But like for me now to pick a book and read it, the author has to be so interesting because most of the books you find that for you to get that one thing that is so special about it, you've done like 40 pages.
Yeah, yeah,
Eh?
yeah,
Yeah, I guess you can agree with me on
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah.
So unless the reader is like really, really interesting, it's hard for me to find something that will entertain me. So for now these days I just rely on videos. Like I watch a lot of podcasts,
Mm.
then blogs. There are a
Mm.
few bloggers that I follow. Like they always update their blogs weekly. So if there's something new, I catch it. I don't know if there's. I think we should end this here.
Yeah.
We'll go on and on and on. Yeah. So guys, subscribe, comment, share,
Share.
support us in whichever way you can. Recommend to your friends so that they grow with us. Say bye to our viewers.
That was it.
Bye.